Your voice, your vote. Well, at this time, on this very day, 2 weeks from now, we may have a clearer picture on just who's going to be the next president of the United States. Tonight, Louisville Urban League young professionals hosted a discussion where they talked about some of the most prominent issues that Louisville voters care about. WHAS 11 teams Alex Dederer and photojournalist Levi Hammer were there in Smoketown tonight. And Alex, there was a unique panel of voters you found tonight.
Right, Doug. Well, the night opened up with a panel of 3 young voters. These were students and graduates of the University of Louisville. Just this year alone, Gen Z and millennials make up nearly half of the eligible voting population. And with years of low voter turnout for these age groups, tonight we heard from them personally about what drives them to the polls and why young votes matter.
My vote matters.
The voices of young Louisville voters.
Voting is demanding to be heard. And I will be heard.
Echoed through the chapel of Bates Memorial Baptist Church in Smoketown.
Even if your candidate does not win the election, your vote shows what you think is important.
Exactly 2 weeks out from a presidential election that is down to a sprint.
I have children and I want their future to be bright.
We need you to come out to the polls because your vote is your voice.
A panel of 3 U of L students and graduates discussed a question on many people's minds. Why does your vote matter?
People talk about their cars or fashion or even getting their license, and I was like, that is all politics. People are making decisions on your behalf.
Followed by a panel of professionals from across the metro, including Lyndon Pryor of the Urban League.
Young leaders and young voters are among the largest emerging demographic, and they are oftentimes the demographic that we don't talk to enough. And so we need to hear their voice. We need to see what things are concerning to them.
The young voters mentioned the economy, student loans, and education as issues that drive them to the polls. Edler John Hatton Jr. is a U of L undergrad student.
My family immigrated here from Haiti. It's a small island in the Caribbean about 22 years ago. They've been in this country for 22 years and they still cannot vote.
And with just 2 weeks until the polls open, these young voters see their ballot as much more than a piece of paper.
I'm not just voting for me. I'm not just voting for my family. I am voting for the betterment of my community, and I am voting for the betterment of my children and my children's children.
All voters in Indiana are already able to cast their ballots through early voting. In Kentucky, in-person excused voting begins tomorrow, with unexcused voting starting October 31st. That's when any Kentucky voter can go to the polls early. Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th. In studio, Alex Dederer, the WHAS 11 night team on your side.